Happy Wednesday evening. We're about to start a 45-minute yin class, and I invite you to join. This is a free yoga class, and yin is slow, it's long holds, really restorative and really nurturing for the tissues and for the body. If you're watching this on a replay, go ahead and skip forward a little bit because I'm going to talk for about a minute just to give people time to jump on this live call. I suggest putting on some relaxing music that you can listen to while we're doing this class. You're also going to want lots of pillows. You can see I have some here behind me, just like a pillow you use on your couch will be fine. I would get 2 or 3. You could also use like a bed pillow, and you're going to need those to bolster up. If you have a yoga block, that could also be helpful, but it's definitely not needed. You might want a glass of water nearby or some hot tea just to make this as much of a comforting and soothing situation as you can. All right, let's get started in this 45-minute yin flow. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful evening. I hope this class only makes it even more wonderful for you. Okay, so we're going to start on our back today. And if you have a yoga block, this would be a good time to use it, but you could use a pillow instead of the block. You're going to place the pillow and or block down and lay up and over it. I like an additional pillow to put behind it for my head. You're going to lay up and over it so that block or pillow goes right between your shoulder blades, giving you a little bit of a heart lift. You want the block right between the shoulder blades, so it shouldn't feel uncomfortable. It shouldn't be pushing into the neck. And your head should be supported on something, either the floor or a pillow. All right, so I'm going to time everything we do today. So if you see me clicking this contraption around, that's what I'm doing. As you arrive in this shape, allow your arms to fall out to the sides, your arm bones to melt away from the shoulders. And use your inhales to really broaden your chest. There's lots of moments of silence in yin. So if I go silent for a while, know I'm still here with you. But if I go silent for a really long time, you should probably check to see if your computer's frozen. It's okay if your mind wanders. And let your body breathe however it wants. Soften the muscles of your forehead. Soften your jaw. Soften your hands. Let gravity melt your arms towards the floor. Your legs heavy on the mat. In yin, we do long holds of postures. And when we get into the pose, we take the time to really get comfortable, use the support of props and pillows. And then we commit to stillness. And within that, if at any point you need to get up and readjust or exit the pose, that is totally okay. You're never stuck or locked into a shape till the end. Got just a couple more breaths. Slowly roll over to either side, rolling off your pillow or your block so that you're laying restfully on the floor. Just take a moment and notice how your shoulders feel, how your heart feels. Press up to a seated position. Right. We're going to find our next posture now. I'm going to keep the setup, that pillow behind you, but I'm going to put a bigger pillow now instead of the block that I was using. So if you have a bigger pillow, you might replace it, or you might choose to use a bolster if you have a yoga bolster. So I'm making myself like a little ramp that I'm going to lay back over. Okay, and we're just going to leave that little ramp there behind us. And we're going to come into, go ahead and turn and face away from that ramp. And you're going to come into a lunge. Bring one knee forward, the other knee back. And some padding underneath your back knee, like a pillow or a towel, could feel really nice. Your arms are going to come inside that front leg, and they can stay on palms, or they can lower to forearms. Or you could lower your forearms to a yoga block or another pillow. Now feel free to get back up if you want to grab one of those pillows that's the ramp behind you and place it underneath your knee or your forearms. By all means, go for it. As we do these shapes, we're looking to soften the target areas. In this, our target area is like the front butt cheek, the front hip, and the back thigh, the front of the back thigh. So those areas you want to try and soften, loosen, lengthen, but you might need to use a little bit of effort elsewhere. You might need to push into the arms slightly. You might need some effort in your core or your neck, but even so, it's only like 10% effort. Should never feel like you're straining or anything like that. We've got about 1 minute and 40 seconds left on this side. Notice your reaction to being in this pose. About 1 more minute. If anything feels uncomfortable, please back off. All right, just a couple more breaths. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Slowly rise up to your palms if you aren't already there. Sit back onto your back knee, half split. So you're going to press your front leg towards straight. Okay, so we've got the front leg towards straight, the foot is flexing, this other knee is staying bent. If you want a little extra support, you could place a block or a pillow kind of underneath that right extended leg. Heart is reaching forward. We're looking to soften the back of that extended leg. So that's our target area. Is the back of the thigh, the hamstring area. So softening there, but you might keep some tension in your arms and some tension in your back leg. We aren't going to be here super long. You can forward fold as much or as little as you want. I encourage you to have that pillow underneath the extended thigh, just so that you can really soften that muscle without feeling vulnerable. The more props you have, often the deeper you can get in a healthier way, because your body has the support to be able to let go. We're not looking for deep stretches in the muscle bellies. We want these more subtle connective tissues to stretch, and they need support to do that. Okay, slowly bring the weight back into your hands, and then we're going to sit back. So this is where the ramp comes into play. You're going to get close to it. We're going to sit down onto the edge of it, or whatever pillow you're using, and this left knee is bending in. So we're coming into a half hero's pose on that side. So you just sat all the way back onto the left shin. You could stay upright or begin to lie back. You might need to scooch or adjust. You're going to lay back either onto those pillows or all the way onto the floor. Looking to feel a sensation in the front of the left thigh. If you don't feel a sensation there, you might need to take away some of the pillows so you can lay a little bit more flat. In all these poses, though, you're really only looking for like a 3 to 5 in sensation on a scale of 1 to 10. So if you're somebody who always goes for a 6, see if you can tone it down to a 5 today. Softening the front of that thigh. Let your head be supported. It's always okay to readjust. I like to give myself a little foot massage with my left hand to my left foot while I'm here. Less than a minute left. Okay. We're going to extend the left leg now to lie on your back. So whatever way is comfortable for you to do that, extend your legs out. And if you're laying on pillows, you could just stay laying on them, or you could lay flat on your back. We're going to rest our legs for a moment before transitioning to the other side. This is a practice of being slow, of taking your time, of being an experiencer rather than a doer. Right, roll onto your side to slowly press up to seated. And you can just keep that ramp back there unless you know that you're going to use some of those pillows for these next postures. We're going to do all that on the other side. So go ahead and come left foot forward into your lunge. And again, a yoga block or a pillow or something underneath the back of that back thigh, or even kind of underneath the hips could be supportive, giving yourself a little bit of support in those ways. Or you could give yourself padding underneath your back knee. Stay up on palms or lower down to forearms. You can rest forearms on a pillow or a block or onto the floor. We're halfway there on the side. Staying in that 3 to 5 range. Just a few more breaths. Okay, come back up to your palms and sit back for half splits. So your hips are going to shift over your back knee. Front leg will press towards straight. And the pillow underneath your front hamstring or your front thigh can feel really supportive. It's definitely optional. So take what you need. Trying to soften the hamstring, the back of your thigh. In yin, we're not really worried about alignment. This is all about feeling. You don't want to feel pain. You don't want to feel uncomfortable. You don't want to feel burning sensations, or you don't want to feel stinging sensations. You do want to feel that target area. You do want to feel a softness. And so the alignment's going to look different for every single person. And you can do what you need to feel it in that target area. And you can determine if you need more or less. All right, we're going to sit all the way back now onto that back shin and coming under our sits bones inside. So coming into a half heroes. That right knee, right foot is bent in, the left leg extends out long. And adjust yourself so that pillow ramps behind you and you can lay up and back over it. Bring your arms wherever is comfortable. And looking for that sensation in the front of your right thigh. Allowing yourself to just rest. Got about 1 more minute. Couple more breaths. slowly roll over to your favorite side so that you can release that right leg out straight and then roll back onto your back. You can stay on those pillows or lie flat. We're going to rest our legs. All right, slowly make your way to seated. You can take that mat or pillow ramp off to the side. You're going to still need some pillows, but you won't need them all piled up behind you. If you're just bringing one to the front of your mat, we're going to move into a half pigeon. And I'm going to show you the alternative, and then I'll show you the pose. So the alternative is going to be laying on your back and crossing one ankle up and over. And that's a great alternative if this half pigeon variation we're about to do bothers your knees. So come into tabletop position, hands and knees. And you're going to slide your right knee forward. Bring it kind of behind the right palm and kick your right foot slightly towards the left and walk your left knee back. Now, it can feel really nice to take a pillow and kind of put it under the hips a little bit and under the back thigh a bit to give a little bit of support. You can also bring a pillow under your belly. And you're going to fold forward as much as you need to or as much as you want. Rest your head on something, your hands, a yoga block, another pillow. You should feel this in your outer right hip, maybe in the outer thigh. This is our pose. Use all those pillows. Try it out. See how it feels to really get bolstered up. We're going to be in this shape for about 5 minutes. You've already done 1 minute. Know that you can exit anytime. Soften that target area. Feel the support of the floor underneath you. Know that you can sink into it if you choose to. This pose is so good for the hips, the lower back. Only got about 1 more minute here. About 30 more seconds. Take a few more breaths. All right, we're going to rise up, move pillows out of your way, and we're going to lay down on your belly. So just extend the right leg back, lie flat, turn your head either way, or make a pillow out of the backs of your hands and rest your head straight down. Letting everything that just happened be settled and also absorbed into your body. All right, let's begin the other side. And rise back up. Find your way to hands and knees. And grab your pillows, have them close by. And left knee goes forward. Slide the pillow underneath your groin and the back thigh so you've got some support. I even bring it on top of my back foot. And then a pillow on top of that front knee for your belly so that you can lay up and over it. And something to rest your head on. Lots of props. It's good. Settle in. There might be a difference of this side to the other. It's totally okay. Just meet it where it's at. It doesn't mean you need to go deeper or do anything different on this side. It is totally okay to just zone out. It's okay if your mind goes off. It's okay if you daydream. It's okay if you actually dream too. If you fall asleep, that's fine. Check in to see if that target area is softened. Here we're looking for sensation in the outer left hip. Maybe even a bit at the back of that left thigh. Never forcing, pushing, straining. This is a subtle practice. This is not meant to be big stretches for the muscles. Been here 3 minutes already. We're here for 5. Keeping your jaw soft. Keeping your eyes soft. Just about 30 more seconds. Slowly rise up, and again, you'll transition to lie on your belly, getting there whatever way is comfortable for you. Making a pillow out of hands, or turning your head to the other cheek this time. All right, we're going to move into Shavasana. I encourage you to bring one of those pillows and put it underneath the backs of your knees. If you want a blanket, this would be a good time to wrap up. Now allow yourself to just lie back. This is our final shape for tonight's class. You'll want to rest here for at least 3.5 minutes, but preferably 5 or more. And so you can rest without any interruptions. I'm going to sign off now. Thank you for joining me in this class tonight. Leave a comment. Let me know if you took the class. And have a wonderful rest of your evening.